And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this afternoon. We have magnificent guests who are going to give us some amazing information as well as inspiration, and that is none other than the phenomenal, incomparable, just great drill team, the Junior MGT of Muhammad Mosque number 4, Washington, D.C., as well as their parents and drill coaches. Assalamu alaikum, family. I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule. First of all, Ramadan Mubarak and happy Saviours Day to you all. Okay, so we want to get straight into it. Last weekend, it was, of course, the Saviours Day weekend. We got to hear from Student Minister Ishmael, got to see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan the day before at Children's Village at the mosque. That was great. But everybody knows outside of the keynote address that everybody comes to Saviours Day, everybody stops what they're doing to see the drill competition. And the world was shaken up by Washington, D.C. Junior MGT for the second year in a row. So last year you shook everybody up and we was like, oh, okay, y'all see DC. But this year y'all came with a vengeance. We want to start with the drill instructor, Sister Naila. What was it like being the DI of the sisters? How was your experience being the drill instructor, ma'am?
I would say really exciting. Like you said, this was our second year. So last year was my first year being the DI.
Okay.
And actually, I'm trying to think about it. It was kind of random how it happened. Me being the DI. We grew up drilling in our city. This was our first year having a team that made it to the competition, but we've tried in previous years before. So I never really thought of being a DI. I actually don't know how that happened. But
It wasn't random, ma'am. It wasn't random.
it was really exciting. It was fun. I think, well, I'm the oldest on the team, so I think it came with some responsibility, making sure you always know what you're doing, and you're able to help others. But I would say it was an honor. It was such an honor also to just drill on the big stage and to be given the mic. So yeah, I would definitely say responsibility. I wanted to make sure I did everything I could do to help our team get to whatever place we could do, but also just to do well and represent our city. So it was exciting.
All praise due to Allah, yes, ma'am. And for you, Sister Yara, what we want to know is how was the practice? How was it like, all getting ready for Saviour's Day?
So it was so I was getting ready for Savior's Day by keep practicing and practicing and practicing and learning how to not make mistakes.
Yes, ma'am. And did you know that your mother is a great driller and your grandmother, grandfather, so you come from a line of drillers. Did you know that your family all drills as well and your uncle?
Yeah, but
Okay, good.
I have more uncles.
Oh, you have more uncles. Okay, good. Praise be to Allah. Yes, ma'am. And for you, Sister Fatima, we want to know is what was the difference between this year drilling and last year drilling?
This year is different because first of all, the amount of drillers. We have drillers. Some others did not come. And another thing that's different is just the amount of work that we put in. So we did it last year, maybe we could do it again. We had to put more pressure on it so then we can make sure that we get it this year, like last year.
All praises due to Allah. Yes, ma'am. Well, I want you all to know that around the world, we were all cheering for you and we were very impressed. But specifically, my family was everybody giving you all a standing ovation as soon as you came out. The poise of Sister Naila is a drill instructor. Then there was another DI who came out, said, hold up, wait a minute. We were impressed by that as well. But from the introduction to the middle, the whole routine was great. So we're gonna come to Saabirah and Khalida as well. But I wanted to ask you, Sister Naila, how was your overall experience of the weekend? Because sometimes, no matter what place we get, it can make you sad or happy or whatever. But you all were smiling, celebrating. Y'all spirit was high from the beginning to the end. So how was your experience of the whole overall weekend?
Well, Savings Day was amazing this year. Just being at Mosque, I actually enjoyed it a little better because we were so close together. So it was easy
Okay.
for everyone. So Savings Day was amazing. I would say for the competition, one thing that I told my teammates and we talked about was just being grateful to just be there, to just have the opportunity to drill on that stage in the first place, knowing that we haven't drilled since 1999, which was the
Okay.
that won the junior vanguard category. So it was just we were just really excited to be there, honestly. And I think just enjoying and just living in the moment was another huge thing. So yeah, and I think also we were excited to see all the other teams, and it was just an exciting thing. So no matter what place we got, I think also especially last year, we felt like we won anyways. Like it didn't matter if we placed or didn't place, we were just cheering. Right once you got off the stage, you were just having a good time. So yes, sir, I would say that's one main thing we really tried to keep with us was gratitude throughout the whole experience.
All praises due to Allah. And that came through. Your spirit was that we received that very well. Walaikum salam, Brother Braden from Mosque number 74. Thank you, Mosque number 74. Thank you, Brother Kente, Brother Musa, Sister Hope, Sister Auntie. Thank you all. Thank you, Sister Miriam and Sister Naima, everybody who always shows love to the People's Podcast. We got a great Saviors Day lineup this whole weekend. Everybody doing recaps. And we have other drill teams coming forward in the upcoming weeks as well. For you, Sister Yara, what we want to know is what do you enjoy doing for fun?
So we enjoy having watch parties and and we enjoy oh yeah and we enjoy listening to the Farrakhan and we enjoy having some time with our family.
All praises due to Allah. Yes, ma'am. Beautiful. And for you, Sister Fatima, ma'am, what do you enjoy doing for fun?
So we went to Six Flags before. All of us went on a trip to Six Flags.
Okay.
Sometimes we just like Yari said, we have watch parties. We just do certain activities together. We during the intensive we would just do certain fun activities together to show teamwork and just basically be together with our drill sisters so that we could just be together. Either way, if we're just drilling or doing something else, we can still have fun all together.
All praises due to Allah. So I used to live in Chicago. They got Six Flags, Great America. In Atlanta, Six Flags over Georgia. What is the Six Flags in DC?
I don't even know if it has a name.
I don't know.
Literally
I thought it was
Is it Six Flags?
I thought it was a great. I don't know.
Okay, well, shout out to Six Flags in DC. Now I got to go because y'all don't know the name. So I got to go figure out for myself. Okay, now, this is Naila as a DI. So what we heard, the introduction cadence, you already came out. We already knew it was pressure. But then we heard all of my life in my day. Like how was it memorizing all of those cadences and how did you handle that?
So for the All of My Love cadence, my father, he's a Q.
Okay, okay.
Well, actually, I remember there was a video of him in college and he was singing that song. And I just remembered it because when I was younger, he's like would go around singing the song. And I was like, it was this summer. We were making cadences. His Claudia would come to my house during the summer and we would just like write and like we would study you a lot as well.
All praise be to Allah.
For my therapy eyes. But yeah, we would study. And I remember just singing that song and I was like, okay, wait, we could add a twist, like give it to my nation. I think it made made some sense to it. And so yeah, that's kind of how that cadence kind of came about. But for the rest of we said, how was it memorizing? Oh, I don't think it was too difficult to memorize. We have a lot of time to practice. So it wasn't too hard memorizing them. I think sometimes it's just making them up. Like sometimes you're like, is this good? And you're not really sure. So it's great to have a team of like coaches and family members. So like everyone kind of like put in their input. And that's one thing I love. I feel like everyone's also like very like they're listened to. Like I was just someone on the team. I wasn't a coach, but they came to me or asked me, and we were all able. Even this year, we actually had a lot of participation from the drillers being able to like put choreography together, cadences together. So I really enjoyed that. But yeah.
All praises due to Allah. We want to come right back to our three amazing drillers, but we want to talk to the drill coaches as well to hear behind the scenes stories. For you, Sister Saabirah, someone who's drilled since you were, in the womb, in your mother's womb, a nation baby, as well as Khalida. We'll start with you first, Sister Saabirah. What was it like, seeing your daughter drill, and now the next generation, you being a leader behind, the next generation. How was that?
Praise be to Allah. It is just so inspiring to see. As Sister Naila mentioned, we have had a long hiatus from the national stage. And so it really took building a culture of drill in the mosque that has inspired the believers of the mosque. There's a new energy in the mosque. And, being able to pull on not just the girls, but their parents to energize them, because now the mosque is watching them. And there's nothing like seeing young people want to be here and be involved in their nation. And so this is a tool that we can give them, inspire them to want to be here and learn to love their sisters and build the sisterhood amongst them, so that when they become my age and older, it's still something that they're holding on to. These memories, these are core memories that they're building. So it's been great for me to see. I love being able to help inspire them to help, just build their skills as drillers and as sisters, because there's so many deep spiritual lessons in drill as well, that build on as young Muslims, young MGT, young Junior Vanguard. And then to be able to see my daughter be a part of it, for her to be able to say that she was drilling at 6 years old last year. Well, actually, she was 5 last year, and then 6 years old this year. And to be able to give her that legacy and history, I think is priceless. It's been priceless. So I've enjoyed every moment. It's been, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, a lot of challenges, but it's also been a lot of freedom as well.
All praise to Allah. Beautiful. And thank you all, everybody showing love. Thank you, Brother Damien. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, everybody who's watching around the world. Brother Duke from Montreal, Canada. Thank you for always showing love as well, sir. For you, Sister Khalida, someone who we would practice together. You were, Junior Vanguard, and to now be in Washington, D.C., being married, that's just, everybody's growing up, and I just love to see it. What is it like to take everything that you learned and now be in a different city and apply it? How is that?
Right. Yeah, so it's definitely a blessing for anybody who's had to move once they got married, and you feel kind of vulnerable. And Allah gave me a tool to enter myself into the mosque, to surround myself with hardworking believers. And it really helped me bond with a lot of the families here at the mosque, to build families here at the mosque. I'm 3,000 miles away from the rest of my family, so it was very important to be surrounded by people and doing something that I love to do. So really, I feel like the grateful one that I was able to come in and help and participate in something. There was this hunger here in DC for a drill program. They wanted it like bad, and I was like, sure. It just a lot fitted together. The very year I got married, it was like we hit the ground running. And it was so rewarding. It's so rewarding. I love the girls so much, and all their families and their parents. So I'm really grateful that Allah had this waiting, Allah set it up so that I could participate. And it really gives me something to do, because that is what we're told to do. We're told to work, to do the resurrection work, to participate, to build something. And I'm extremely grateful to even be allowed to work in this. So yeah, that's how it happened. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, ma'am. And my sister Miriam says you all did an excellent job. Keep up the amazing work. My sister Naima says, ASA family, congratulations. You are phenomenal. And her favorite team, King Simon, says, KSP TV Media, congratulations, my sisters. Assalamu alaikum. Everybody saying Ramadan Mubarak, all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Okay, Sister Saabirah, what we want to know is the uniforms. I mean, what we talking about? Like, how did that come about? And that was great. How did you all pick those uniforms? And that was something very unique we never saw before. I like that.
Praise be to Allah. And it can go either way. When there's something new that hasn't been seen before, it can be met with rave reviews, but it can also be met with some questions. And so we knew we wanted to step outside of the box. And so we, just went to work and creating something that would still be very feminine for the girls. They're little girls, to be dainty. We knew we wanted the colors. And so the design just kind of, I love that part of it. Is just like looking at different inspiration and then collaborating with Sister Khalida. And so I love the fact that it was very unique. It was something different that was on the stage. And then I love that part about the Junior Vanguard category, is that that really is the only category that can really be expressive in that way. The teams have pretty regimented uniforms, but so to be able to express ourselves as a city, as young women, and do it in a way that's different from how the other teams express themselves, I think was great. It popped. We didn't know that the stage lights were even gonna be purple, so I think it all worked to our advantage. But I love the garments. Camila's Closet designed them. We love to be able to work with, exactly, work with Sister Malika and within our nation to provide garments for the girls, because we could have gone to some Chinese chick tailor in the city, but we want to be able to support our nation. And so that was a big part of it as well, being able to collaborate with her. And so it was just an awesome process.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. We're coming back to you, all of the drillers. We have some comments. Sister Miriam says the DI's voice is fire. Sister Naima says she sings all of my love every day now. The DI is a goat. I mean, we were very impressed, and that's what I'm saying. We're not being biased because we go back to when Mosque was at Kenilworth and Busters and number 4 and all that. We was really like, DC's not playing. So and that's how you come out swinging. And we'll say right there before we show the clip of you all drilling, Sister Naila, what advice would you give to other young sisters about wanting to be the drill instructor, how to keep the unity, but how to that microphone is heavy. So the Holiday know, everybody not ready to grab the microphone. So what advice would you give to sisters who saw you all and want to be like, next year we want to drill, but who's going to be the DI? How do you handle that? Being a leader and all of that.
I don't know. I would say that was a lot of different questions, but I would say for other cities, I think first we need some more cities that are gonna drill, inshallah, the drill competition. We would love to see different cities drill. So I feel like it was random, honestly. I can't say that. But I don't know. I would just say use your natural voice. That's
Okay.
Just use your voice. Don't try to imitate other DIs. Like I would say I definitely studied other DIs, but it was more so like cadence wise, flow wise. Use your voice. Like Allah made each of us unique. So how we sound is, everyone, that's the beauty of everyone being different. You get to hear different things. So I would say use your voice. I think it's interesting because I feel like each city has a different style. And I would say like Atlanta has a style, each city, Houston has a style, Chicago has a style. But I would say it was different for us because, we haven't had a team in a long time. So I kind of just had to figure out how I was going to sound like myself. And not, that was one thing that I had to find my voice. Because actually in the beginning, I listened to some videos when we first started, and I was like, I was not a good DI. Like, I think I really had to find how my voice and like how I sounded. And I think my voice maybe matured a little bit as well. But yeah, I would say be yourself is probably one thing. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Another thing you said. I would say for the team, I think drilling brings the sisters together. So I would say keep that. I think that's one of the most powerful things about drilling is unity. So I would say as a DI, I feel like it is your job to make sure that we all try our best to stay close and keep the sisterhood tight. Because we, like Sister Fatima said, we had new drillers on the team. So just trying to like make sure they felt included. That was something that I tried to do. Yeah, that's it.
Well, praise this a lot. And people are saying in the comments, facts, teach. I want to say right there, we're finding your voice. So with the FOY category, first I want to say for you, Sister Saabirah, I'm happy that you all are pushing the line with the creativity because I wish the junior FOI we got to get some different, like no more suit bow ties, just the plain black and red bow. No more. We got to get some colors or something. We got to do something. We got to get some gloves or the hats. We got to get these type of hats or something. Something got to change because the sisters, y'all are killing it, and the brothers, we just wearing basic. No, we got to do better. But as far as the drill instructors, New York FOI has a sound, DC FOI, LA, Chicago. That's very unique and it's powerful because you can hear you like, oh, I know who that is, or I know that type of sound. So a couple years ago in Washington D.C., 2012 to be exact, brother Michael was calling, and as soon as he came out, he was like, "From the day that I was born." I'm like, "Yo, what is this? Okay, this is something. Okay, good. We need to hear this. This is going to help. This push the sound. I don't like when all the DI sound alike. I don't like it at all." But that same year, this is a Holiday, you found your voice. You were a drill instructor. How did you find your voice, and what advice would you give to other drill instructors about finding their voice?
I did what she did, and I just called on my own. I had a lot of great help from Attila, Sister Nusayra, with cadence and choosing what words to focus on. I used to look at people who did like slam poetry, words they chose to say, look at rappers and things like that. But the biggest thing is just keeping your breath.
Yeah.
So you don't run out of breath. And keeping the breath control the whole time. And so, yeah, we would have the girls run and call Allah Akbar while they're running. And yeah, we would have them exercise their breath and call it all the way through because that's the most important thing is that you don't run out of breath. So yeah, that was pretty much the Jill experience, but praise be to Allah.
All praise to Allah. As someone who's big into acting and theater and singing, my drill team would be like, none of them came from theater besides me. So I would be like, listen, y'all, we gonna something lay on your back, practice singing, jumping jacks, working out. And I'm like, now say the cadence right now, because we cannot get up there and you run up, you see the DI, the pressure start coming, and we sweat. No, high knees, you know what I'm saying? You better say the cadence the same way. So we would always practice after working out. They're like, Josh, come on. I'm like, work out. Now say it right away. So that's always good to see. This is Saabirah. Sister Majida is not here today, but shout out to her and the other, I don't know if y'all call them drill moms, but all of the parents, they was there. Shout out to the fathers, the FOY, the brothers, the uncles. But what advice would you give to the other drill moms about how important it is to have a spirit, take their daughters to practice and all of that good stuff?
Absolutely. So I have the unique perspective because I'm a coach, but I'm also a mother. And
Okay.
Practicing at home is so important. You have to, as I mentioned earlier, there's a spirit of drill. There's a culture of drill that when you love it, it permeates through every area of your life. So it's not just about the mosque, doing it at the mosque. You take it home, and sometimes I'm in the shower and I'm thinking about cadence. So I'm like, thinking of choreography. And so you have to kind of put that in your child as well. Especially if you're working towards a goal. We knew not only that we wanted to be on the stage, and so that was, there's a preliminary, so you're working towards meeting the preliminary goal, but then you have another goal. And so if you want to place, if you want to be competitive, you really have to teach, as I mentioned, those deeper lessons that you can pull from drill. So practicing towards a goal when you want to achieve something, persevering through challenges, not giving up when things get hard or physically or mentally, because drill has both components. There's a physical and a mental.
Right.
I did in my home, I made sure that my daughter practiced before you want to get on the computer, or before you want to get on the tablet or play your games or have a snack. No, ma'am, practice it, because that's the goal. And they have to be able to take those lessons with them in other areas of life. And so I had that unique perspective, but it was also different because as a coach, I know she got tired of hearing my voice. I was the voice in practice and I was the voice at home. So I think also building that channel to allow other, like Sister Holiday and some of the other drill staff to be able to work with her as well and know when she's had enough of me and there is another approach that would be more beneficial to her. Or, you know, so there are so many different lessons in drill. But I knew that I wanted a daughter who was a driller, who could be a part of a team, who could see herself as an individual, but also see herself as a team member.
Yeah.
And so that was very important to me as well. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I loved every moment of it, and now drill is over. Although they complain during practices, and they complain, and they whine, and all of those things. But now the drill season's over, and it's like, when are we drilling again? Or they can't stop doing the routine at home. I'm like, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, so you know they love it, even though in the moment they may not appreciate it, they love it after that for sure.
All praises to Allah. Beautiful. And we want to play the clip very briefly. Thank you, brother King Simon Media. He's breathing is important and theatrics. All praises to Allah. This is great. We want to share the screen, and then we want to let our illustrious guests be dismissed because they took time out of their busy schedule today. 1 second. Let's see what's going on. Okay. There we go. Okay, 1 second. Thank you. She was into a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast. Y'all see it? Okay, that was great. That was great. Boom, boom. Okay, phenomenal. All praises due to Allah. Excellent, excellent. All right. Well, thank you all. Sister Yara, we just want to say assalamu alaikum to you. Do you have anything you want to say before we say goodbye, ma'am?
And I thank you for giving us an introduction and an interview for the day.
All praises to Allah means so much to me, ma'am. And please tell your grandmother and your grandfather that we all say assalamu alaikum, okay, ma'am?
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much. All right. And for you, Sister Naila, Sister Drill Instructor, ma'am, do you have anything you want to say before we close out?
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah, that's
The
all.
honor is the honor is mine, ma'am. And shout out to your parents, your family, and shout out to your brother. Tell him it was an honor meeting him, and I'm glad that he helps his sister because I helped mine when they drilled too. So I understand.
Yes,
And
sir.
for you, Sister Fatima, do you have anything you would like to say, ma'am?
That if anybody wants to be in the drill competition next year, that they should make sure that they put in the work, and they should make sure that they have the opportunity to do that because it's really a great opportunity to be able to do that in their lifetime.
Praise the Lord. And Sister Khalida, what would you like to say, ma'am, in closing out?
Thank you again for having us. Please give all of your family the greetings from us. And I want to thank Musab Mr. Farrakhan and Musab Elijah Muhammad. I mean, without them, we wouldn't have this great opportunity, all of this joy and happiness and excitement, the lessons, the guidance. I mean, imagine if he never stood back up.
Come on.
You know, many of us wouldn't even be here sitting in these seats. So praise be to Allah. Yes, sir. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And shout out to your husband, your parents, of course, Yusuf, my brother, and all of your sisters.
Yes.
All right, now for you, ma'am, Sister Saabirah, we have yet to acknowledge your. First of all, let's go back to you, Sister Khalida. Can you tell us who your parents are? Your parents' names?
Yes, sir. My father is Brother Ken Muhammad.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't know who he is, he's that person at the end of the judges' table tallying the scores. And my mom is Sister Ebony Muhammad, out of Oakland, California. So yes, sir.
All praises to Allah. Shout out to your parents, and we love them. And for you, Sister Saabirah, whose parents have known me and my family since we were my siblings before we were even born, can you let us know who your parents are?
My mother is Sister Captain Sadaka, out of Washington, D.C.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
my father is Brother Captain Alfred out of Richmond, Virginia. Yes, both started right here in Washington, D.C. Been in the ranks for almost 40 years. So praise be to Allah for their work, whose, shoulders we stand on.
Yes.
All praises to Allah. Shout out to your parents. And please encourage them when you get an opportunity to come on to people's podcast so they can share their story. We would love to hear their story, as well as your parents, Sister Khalida. Let them know we got to hear this history from the Oakland to DC. We want to hear it. And thank you, Sister Saabirah. We love y'all families. This has been a great honor. May Allah continue to bless you. Inshallah, next year, y'all keep going higher and higher because every year y'all going up.
Take it to the top spot next year.
Come on.
Yes, ma'am. Praise be to Allah. We rooting for y'all. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off with the People's Podcast. Assalamu alaikum.